Welcome to your site safety induction. Before you set foot in any of our work areas, this short briefing will walk you through the hazards you'll encounter, what to do in an emergency, and the rules that apply across our office, yard, parking, and workshop. Whether you're a new worker, a contractor, or a visitor here for the day, the next few minutes are designed to keep you, and everyone around you, safe. Let's get started. First, why this matters. Everyone on site must complete this induction before entering the work areas, and it only takes about 15 minutes. We'll cover your duties, the site's hazards, the protective equipment you'll need, how we respond to emergencies, and the specific rules for each area. It applies to every new employee, contractor, labor hire, and visitor, without exception. Conditions on site change daily, so stay alert, and if something looks unsafe, stop and ask your supervisor. At the end, you'll be asked to sign an acknowledgement confirming you understand these requirements. Safety is a shared responsibility, and what's expected of you depends on your role. If you're a worker or contractor, follow all signs and safe work procedures, wear the right protective equipment for your task, inspect your tools and equipment before use, report any hazard, incident, or near miss straight away, and never bypass guards, isolations, or barriers. If you're a visitor or making a delivery, sign in at reception and wear your visitor pass at all times, stay with your host or escort, keep to the marked pedestrian walkways, follow directions from any staff member, and make sure you know the nearest exit and the assembly point. Our site has 4 areas, and each comes with its own set of rules. The office covers reception, meeting rooms, and walkways, and it's where you sign in and find a first aid station. The yard and parking area is a shared space for vehicles and pedestrians, with deliveries, loading, and car parking. The workshop is where machinery, power tools, and manual handling happen, so mandatory protective equipment applies there. And throughout the site you'll find marked emergency exits, extinguishers, and an outdoor assembly point. As we go, keep in mind which area you'll be spending your time in. Getting onto site starts with signing in, and this is how we make sure everyone is accounted for at all times. Step 1. Register at reception when you arrive, every single day. Step 2. Show that your induction is complete and collect your pass. Step 3. Fit the protective equipment you need, and if you're a visitor, meet your host. And Step 4. When you leave, sign out and return your pass. These simple steps are exactly how we run a safe and accurate head count if we ever need to evacuate. Let's talk about personal protective equipment, or PPE. Once you step beyond the office, minimum PPE is required, and your supervisor will confirm anything extra for your specific task. A hard hat is required in the yard, the workshop, and any area with overhead work. A high-vis vest must be worn at all times outside the office and around vehicles. Safety glasses go on whenever you're cutting, grinding, drilling, or using air tools. Steel cap boots are mandatory in the yard and workshop, with no exceptions. And gloves and hearing protection should be matched to the task, with hearing protection essential in loud zones. Now, the most common hazards you'll come across, and how to manage them. Slips, trips and falls are the big one, so keep walkways clear, clean up spills immediately, and watch for cords and uneven ground. For electrical safety, only use tagged leads, report damaged cords, and keep water well away from power. With manual handling, plan the lift, bend your knees, and get help or equipment for anything heavy or awkward. And for noise and substances, wear hearing protection in loud areas, and always check the safety data sheet before handling any chemical. Area 1. The office. It's our lowest risk space, but everyday hazards still apply, so keep it tidy and accessible. Keep walkways, doorways, and exits clear at all times. Manage cables and cords so there are no trip hazards under desks. Set up your screen and chair to avoid strain over a long day. Report faulty power points and flickering lights rather than ignoring them. And clean up any kitchen spills and store food safely. Area 2. The yard and parking. This is where moving vehicles make it the highest risk part of our site, so people and plant must stay separated. Use the marked pedestrian walkways and crossings only. Make eye contact with drivers before you cross, so you know they've seen you. Observe the posted speed limit and always give way to plant. Stay well clear of reversing vehicles and blind spots. And park only in designated bays, reversing in where the signs tell you to. Area 3. The workshop. Machinery and power tools demand your full attention, the correct guarding, and the right protective equipment. Only operate equipment you've been trained and authorized to use. Check that guards are fitted before you start any machine. Isolate and tag out before clearing a jam or servicing anything. Wear eye, hearing, and hand protection as required for the job. And keep your bench clear, sweeping up offcuts and swarf as you go. Hazardous materials and good housekeeping go hand in hand. Before using any chemical, read its safety data sheet, and only ever use labeled, approved containers. If there's a spill, contain a small one with the spill kit, and report large or unknown spills immediately. Store flammables and gases correctly, and keep aisles and exits clear. And when it comes to waste, separate the streams, bin your offcuts, and leave every area clean for the next person. If the alarm sounds, here's exactly what to do. Stop work, making your task safe only if that takes a few seconds, then leave. Take the nearest exit, walking, not running, and never use the lifts. Go straight to the assembly point, following the green exit and assembly signs. And once you're there, wait for the roll call and stay until your name is checked and you're cleared. Knowing this sequence now means you'll act without hesitation when it counts. In the case of fire, remember that your safety always comes first. Raising the alarm and getting out matters far more than fighting a fire. Raise the alarm by activating the nearest call point and alerting the people around you. Evacuate by the nearest exit and head to the assembly point. Only if you've been trained should you tackle a small fire with the correct extinguisher, and never put yourself at risk to do so. Then, from a safe place, call emergency services and site security. If someone is hurt, don't wait. Even minor cuts and strains must be reported and recorded the same day. First, make the area safe by removing any ongoing danger before you approach the injured person. Then call a first aider. Our stations are in the office and the workshop, and the officers are listed on the notice boards. For anything serious, get help fast and call emergency services immediately. And finally, report it to your supervisor and complete an incident report the same day. We want you to speak up. Reporting isn't about blame, it's how we fix problems before someone gets hurt, so if in doubt, report it. It's a simple cycle. Spot it when you notice a hazard, near miss, or incident, no matter how small. Report it by telling your supervisor straight away or using the reporting point. Record it so the details are captured accurately. And then we fix it, investigating, acting, and sharing what changed so it doesn't happen again. Let's finish with the 6 rules that keep everyone safe. Complete your induction and sign in every visit. Wear the right protective equipment for your area and task. Keep pedestrians clear of moving vehicles and plant. Never bypass guards, isolations, or barriers. Know your nearest exit and the assembly point. And report every hazard, near miss, and injury. Remember, in an emergency call 000, you'll find the site office and first aid through reception. And for any work health and safety question, just ask your supervisor. Thank you for helping keep our site safe. Now that we've covered the rules, let's check what you've taken in with a quick 5-question safety quiz. There are no trick questions here. Just pick the best answer for each one, keep a tally as you go, and we'll review the correct answers together at the end. Question 1. How often must you sign in when you come to site? Think back to how we keep an accurate head count. Is it only on your first day, once a week, every visit, and every day, or just when a supervisor asks? Pick the answer you think is right, and we'll confirm it at the end. Question 2. Where must pedestrians walk in the yard and parking area? Remember, this is the highest risk part of our site because of moving vehicles. Should you walk anywhere as long as you're quick, stick to the marked walkways and crossings only, move behind reversing vehicles, or walk down the center of the roadway. Question 3. What is the minimum PPE rule once you leave the office? Cast your mind back to the PPE section. Is it no PPE outdoors, a hard hat on its own, high-vis at all times plus the gear your task needs, or safety glasses only when you remember? Question 4. When the evacuation alarm sounds, what should you do? Picture the emergency steps we walk through. Do you finish your task first, take the lift to get out faster, walk to the nearest exit and head to the assembly point, or wait at your workstation for instructions. Question 5, the last one. What should you report? We talked about speaking up and the spot it, report it cycle. Is it only injuries that need a first aider, only damage to equipment, every hazard, near miss, and incident, or nothing unless someone asks? Let's see how you went. Here are the answers. Question 1, every visit and every day. Question 2, the marked walkways and crossings only. Question 3, high vis at all times plus task-specific PPE. Question 4, walk to the nearest exit and go to the assembly point. And question 5, every hazard, near miss and incident, no matter how small. If you missed any, take a moment to revisit that section. When you're confident, sign the acknowledgement to confirm you understand these requirements. Thanks for completing your induction and for helping keep our site safe.